Hi guys, today's video is a request from one of my subscribers. She was asking me to make an update video on a video I've made 2 years ago, which is crazy. Time just flies, you guys. But I will put this video somewhere here or in description if you guys want to see it. The video was on root mealybugs. As you know, root mealybugs are very destructive to our plants and they are not easy to get rid of, you guys. So in that video, I showed you two types of Hoya, but I had a few cuttings, and one of them was Hoya Mathilde and another one was Hoya Mealybugs River. So in that video, I pretty much showed you how I get rid of the root mealybugs, which is basically I cut off the roots, cleaned them, and sprayed them with Captain Jack's. Although I do still like Captain Jack's products, but I did change things up a little bit when it comes to treatment of my Hoyas, and I have showed you the products before in one of my previous videos that now I use for that or pretty much any kind of issues with plants. So let me show you the Hoyas that I showed in that video when I was rerooting them and what they look like now 2 years later. I guess let's start off with Hoya Mathilde. Here is one of them. She's gotten pretty big, you guys. She is absolutely beautiful and healthy, and she's gotten way more splashy now. Basically, the original treatment of just cutting off the roots and starting from scratch and using Captain Jack's to treat them definitely worked. There is no root mealybugs in there, obviously, and she is very happy. She's grown quite a bit, and I even have a little peduncle right here, which is, I'm super excited about it, you guys. So that's one of the cuttings right here that actually I cut it in that video. And here's another one that I have. So the other cuttings made it into this pot, and this pot just kind of hangs on the wall in my kitchen, by my kitchen sink. So there is a few cuttings in here. And she is huge, you guys. This is the 2-year growth of Hoya Mathilde. This one does not have any peduncles. And it's interesting with Mathilde, this Hoya right here, because of her location, she gets a little bit more light than the other one. And you can see there's a little bit less splashing on this Hoya as the other one. And what I noticed with Mathilde, it's a low light Hoya, you guys, and since this one gets more light, she's just not as splashy to me. And you can see the foliage is a little bit lighter, and especially this is more of spring foliage that's getting a little bit more light than winter, I guess. And you can see how much lighter this foliage is. And when I purchased this Hoya, she did not have any splash at all. And this Hoya right here, she's not on the wall, she's just sitting on my kitchen windowsill. It's pretty wide windowsill, so she's closer to my sink. In fact, like kind of hanging off of the windowsill. And as you could tell, because she's not getting as much light, she definitely is more splashy. And the foliage also is a lot darker. So they're doing pretty well. They are happy, they are healthy at this point. My original treatment definitely worked, and I'll show you the treatment that I use now that might be a little bit better, or it will give you another option at least. Next Hoya I have here is that Hoya Mealybugs River EPC 935, and this Hoya only had 3 leaves in that video. She was not looking healthy. The foliage was very light, very hungry looking, I guess. I don't know, but it did not look healthy at all. And here's this Hoya 2 years later, you guys. She is, I mean, she's pretty big, but she is pretty slow grower, and this is what I have now. She's definitely looking a lot healthier. And I love splash on this Hoya, you guys. It's very interesting. It's pretty much the splash all over the foliage, but I love how it's kind of concentrated on the edges of the leaves more. Here is more foliage for you guys. I have 2 vines right here. There is one right here. There's a second one. And there is a third one right here. And this leaf is very interesting. It's pretty big compared to the other ones. So absolutely beautiful, healthy, gorgeous. And in the original video, I wasn't sure if the foliage was supposed to be that color, but now that I have a healthy plant, obviously not. You can see it's much darker foliage. It looks a lot healthier. So this Hoya is doing pretty well too. So the original treatment obviously worked, and that's definitely an option for you guys if that's what you want to do. I personally don't mind to cut them up, cut off the roots and start them from scratch, but I'm also very comfortable in rooting cuttings. But there's also other options, you guys, where you maybe have a larger plant, or you have a tiny little node and you don't really have much of the stem space to cut the Hoya, or maybe you're just not comfortable rerooting plants. So there's definitely another option, another thing you can do with that, which I have showed you before. I don't know, a while ago, maybe when I was showing you guys what I do with cuttings when they arrive to my house. And this product right here, it's Pure Crop 1. I absolutely love this product, you guys, for that reason. In fact, not just for root mealybugs or mealybugs in general, because those things are two different type of things, you guys. So root mealybugs, they mainly stay on a root bulb, but they also can travel up a little bit up the stem. That's why sometimes when you get a cutting, which I did like back in August, I had a few cuttings coming from 2 different sellers, and both of them had root mealybugs. I was dealing with that for quite some time, because what happens is they still travel up, and when people cut their plants, you can still have a cutting coming in with root mealybugs eggs on it. You might not have roots on them, but they might have eggs. So that's why it's so crucial to treat your cuttings and treat your plants when they come, and keep them separate for quite some time, so this way you can see if they have any issues. And that's where this product comes in. I have it in a concentrate right here. I also got their spray bottle, which is nice, and I also got a giant container of it, because I've been using this product for past 3 weeks, watering my plants to make sure everything is clean and good. Let me tell you how I use this product. This stuff in a spray form, what I do, I fill up the bottle with the water. I put about 1 capful of the concentrate into the water. And the reason I fill up this bottle with water first, because this product is very soapy. You will have a lot of soap bubbles in there. I like to fill up bottle with the water up to here, and then I put a cap full and then basically shake it up. And this product is ready to use to spray my plants. So that's a treatment more for like foliage or for the plant above the soil level. Prior to doing that though, what I do, I like to use a toothbrush, you guys. I know it's so tedious, but I am so sick of bugs that I just don't want to take any chances, and basically I do take my time, and that's probably why I like to get cuttings instead of the actual plant, because I can really get in there and scrub everything off. This is super soft bristle toothbrush. It's pretty dense, and what I do is, let me grab a cutting so I can show it to you guys. Basically what I do is I go in there and I scrub every single part of the plant, including the top of the foliage, underneath the foliage, and especially you want to get in the crevices where the leaves meet the stem. That's where most of the bugs usually hiding. So basically what I do is I just scrub, and obviously gently, you guys, you don't want to break any foliage off or the stems. So I scrub it first under running water. If you have a sprayer, a lot of kitchen faucets have a sprayer on it. I turn it on and I just basically scrub it under water. And after I do that, shake off the water, and that's when I use this foliage spray bottle for it. I mean, it doesn't have to be this bottle. It could be any spray bottle. As long as you have their concentrate, you guys are good to go. And so I spray all of this everywhere, and I put them down on a towel and just let them dry, and just then I will either propagate, or if it's a full-size plant, if I see any kind of issues, I would just rinse it under the sprayer, and then I would just spray the whole plant. When it comes to root mealybugs, what I've been doing, and I did tested this product on it and it works very, very well, what I do is I water my plants with this concentrate. You can soak them in this concentrate, but be careful. It depends on what medium you are growing your Hoyas in. If you have really, really chunky medium, as of maybe a cocoa chunks, that would be totally fine to soak them, because this way you would have less of the chance to overwater them. I grow my propagations in coco coir and vermiculite mix. If I soak my cuttings in it, I would basically overwater them pretty fast. So I definitely don't do that. But what I would do is I would just water them with this concentrate. And the way I mix this, basically on my smaller watering can that I fill it up with water. Let me show you the size of my watering can. This is my watering can. It's not that big. And I don't know why I like this thing so much. I have so many different watering cans, but somehow I'm always using this one. But I'm not sure what size it is. I don't know if it says anything, and I can't flip it over. I have water in there, you guys. So, but what I do, I pretty much fill up the water almost to the top, and I do put 2 capfuls of this product in there, and then I fill more water in there. This way it kind of mixes it up, but it's not getting too soapy, so it doesn't foam out of the watering can. And what I've been doing, I just water my plants, and I've been watering all of them with that, just because I want to prevent any kind of infestations, I guess. I'm trying to be on top of it. For the past 3 weeks, I've decided that's what I'm doing, and especially, you guys know, I'm allergic to plants, and I'm also allergic to mites and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to prevent those issues, so I'm not breaking out in hives if there is infestation. So for past 3 weeks, I've decided I'm gonna water all of them, I'm gonna rinse all of them, and I'm going to spray all of them with the spray. As I mentioned, since I grow my Hoyas in coco coir and vermiculite mix, it definitely holds more water than, you know, for instance, the cocoa chunks would. I do not soak them in it just because I don't want to overwater. So I just water them like you would water your plants normally. That's what I've been doing. And my larger Hoyas that's already graduated from propagation box, I do grow them in a soil mix with orchid bark and charcoal and perlite and soil, because there is still soil in there. It would hang on to moisture also much more than cocoa chunks would. I would just water them too. I would not soak them in it, but also this Hoyas don't really have any issues. I'm just doing it for preventative reasons. Although I did had some Hoyas that had root mealybugs, and wasn't small infestation. After just a couple of waterings with Pure Crop 1, it did go away. Another good thing about this product, it's not just works for mealybugs, it works for a lot of pests on our plants, and also it works very well on funguses. Like, I had issues with some of my plants where all of a sudden the foliage gotten some kind of fungal issue. In fact, I've had it on my Monstera Thai constellation. It just, the edges start getting kind of funky, so I sprayed that stuff on and it stopped. It stopped right there, so it wasn't progressing into the rest of the foliage. So it worked really, really quickly. It worked after 1 use. So definitely very, very good product, and it's pretty safe product. It's also safe around pollinators, which is really good. We definitely want to be conscious about products that we use, especially if you're gonna use them outside. By the way, I am absolutely not sponsored by this company. I've been buying this product for a while, but I did put it in my Amazon storefront for you guys. If you're looking for it, it's just there, so it's easy for you guys to find. So if you guys still like my original approach or still using Captain Jack's, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, it definitely worked for me. Obviously there is still a chance that they might come back, which is one of the subscribers that requested this video was worried about. There is always a chance. If you missed some eggs cleaning your plants, or if you sprayed it or watered it and it didn't get to those eggs, there is always a chance that they might come back. That's why I double down on scrubbing the crap out of them first, and then I basically do all this other stuff by spraying the foliage and watering them with the mix. So there is always a chance, but just take your time, treat them, and repeat as you need it, and your plants are gonna be happy and healthy, you guys. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope I answered everybody's questions. If not, feel free to ask questions below. I will gladly respond to you guys. If you like this video, give it a like, share with your plant friends, and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.